there is two fronts to this, right? Because there are a ton of athletes who do take their friends with them, right? And for better or for worse, Antoine Walker brought all of his homies with him, and he went bankrupt doing it. You know what I mean? Allen Iverson damn near went broke trying to do the same thing. A lot of athletes do take their friends, and when they become pro and they take them out of the hood and they feel like they're doing such a good thing, you know, LeBron did it a different way. His closest friends, he set them up with businesses and put them in the right places so they can, you know what I mean? And then you got some guys, like I said, like Antoine Walker, Allen Iverson, says, yeah, come on, whatever. You can stay over here. I got this big house, 10 rooms. You don't have to pay rent. But first of all, that's not a requirement. Like, you know, it's not you shouldn't feel like, you know, it's something he should do just because you guys are friends and fucking high school or middle school or whatever, you know, for a few years. But that is a thing, man. People want you to take them with you when they haven't done anything. Kobe's former friend is going viral. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I saw a clip of this.
Yeah, so Kobe Bryant and the friend is basically saying how, you know, they were friends when they were younger, and this particular guy, he got into trouble. And you know, when he got in legal trouble, that's when Kobe started ascending in the NBA.
Right.
And then Kobe would stop reaching out to him. He didn't help him get back on his feet when he got out of his legal trouble, when he got out of jail. And he's saying that what he basically said, this is exactly how he said it, but he would, you know, Kobe not helping him when he got out of jail led him to doing more crime. I hope this video played, but if not, we'll put it back on. We'll edit it back in. But let's see here.
A lot of people, like when Kobe came here to like play against the city, and the city was booing him, and nobody liked Kobe. See, people in this city on the road didn't start liking Kobe till he passed away. They hated Kobe here. Like nobody.
Yeah, and I can't hear it, but it'd be interesting to see. Hold on, let me go ahead.
Yeah, I saw a clip of this, and you know, to me, to put in context, you got to realize, I think Kobe was in Italy till he was like 12 or 13 years old.
Oh, hold on. It is playing. I just can't hear it in my headphones. Okay.
A lot of people, like when Kobe came here to like play against the city, and the city was booing him, and nobody liked Kobe. See, people in this city on the road didn't start liking Kobe till he passed away. They hated Kobe here. Like nobody liked Kobe. We argue all day about because they don't like him. And the reason I was on the front page, a lot of people say, "Oh, he ain't come to court for his man." They don't even be knowing as me and be saying that. Man, I don't like that nigga. He ain't come to court for his man and shit like that. So we was on the front page of the Daily News, so it was a big thing. Anybody that's listening and looking, go and Google Kevin Sanchez, Kobe Bryant. This is 100% true story. I'm thinking he gonna look out. I'm fucked up out here, struggling, but got back dibbling and dabbling in the streets, trying to get my shit in order. So Lower Marion was opening up a gym. This is when I really found out he was a piece of shit. This right here is what made me be like, you know what? Fuck him. You know what I mean? I waited in the rain. They wasn't letting nobody, wasn't no more tickets, so I couldn't get in there.
Yeah, so go ahead. Wait.
Yeah, no, I mean, to me, I think it's significant Kobe was in Italy. I think he was 12 or 13 years old. So he probably met this guy in high school years. And, you know, maybe they were friends. But at the end of the day, like, you're on two different trajectories. Like, this guy, I mean, and the whole, I mean, he grew up a little bit in Philadelphia. It wasn't like he was a Philadelphia lifer. He grew up in Europe, basically. And so this whole notion that, like, whatever, you know, I agree with him. But Kobe might not have been well-liked in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he came there as, like, a middle school guy. He was, you know, a basketball prodigy, kind of, you know, had definitely a big-time sort of confrontational persona about him. He probably rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, you know, who saw him early. And that's okay. Like, it's not a big deal. You know, and if this guy makes a decision that gets him in jail, like, what duty or obligation does Kobe have to this guy? Like, and again, this is the start of his career. He's, you know, getting moved out to L.A. He's probably getting pulled in a million different directions. I mean, he had a falling out with his family, too, for the most part. I mean, Kobe's not like a warm and fuzzy guy
to begin with.
And that, so take that for what it is. He was, ruthlessly ambitious and focused. So there's no reasonable expectation that this guy had that Kobe was going to set him up when he got out of jail for being an idiot. What are we talking about?
First of all, this guy got some balls because Kobe is such a beloved figure, and for what happened, the tragedy that happened for him and his daughter, it really doesn't matter how long you take to come out with this after that. It's going to be received. It's going to be perceived bad, and this is the type of stuff you just got to keep to yourself, man. I understand if you're on a podcast or if you're asked about it. If somebody even brings you on a podcast, it's only because of this, because who cares about some random guy who's been to jail or whatever. Unless you have some funny, crazy stories, and on the bench, I'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Anything outside of this, but there is two fronts to this, right? Because there are a ton of athletes who do take their friends with them, right? And for better or for worse, Antoine Walker brought all of his homies with him, and he went bankrupt doing it. You know what I mean? Allen Iverson damn near went broke trying to do the same thing. A lot of athletes do take their friends. And when they become pro and they take them out of the hood and they feel like they're doing such a good thing, LeBron did it a different way. His closest friends, he set them up with businesses and put them in the right places so they can, you know what I mean? And then you got some guys, like I said, like Antoine Walker, Allen Iverson, just, yeah, come on, whatever. You can stay over here. I got this big house, 10 rooms. You don't have to pay rent. And I'm going to pay you tickets to every game. And I'm going to fly you out and here and there. Some people do that. And But
I mean, Chandler took Pasha.
Okay, Chandler took Pasha. Yeah, he did. And so that does happen in some cases, but Kobe, first of all, that's not a requirement. Like that, it's not, you shouldn't feel like, it's something he should do just because you guys are friends and fucking high school or middle school or whatever, for a few years. It's like, and that is the thing, man. And I don't know. I only know the black community because I'm black or whatever. I'm not sure what is a part. But that is a thing, man. People want you to take them with you when they haven't done anything. And they make you feel bad about it. Like whatever it is, whether it's taking you with them, whether it's loaning the money, whether it's helping you start a business or whatever, they feel like if you have money, I don't have money, you should give me some of your money because I know you for X amount of years. And that's just not how it works, man. It's not how it should work. I don't know how Kobe felt about this. He never, I didn't, when I looked it up, I didn't see anything where he talked about it anywhere. But I'm sure, and like you said, man, Kobe probably was a piece of shit. You ask Smush Parker, you ask this guy. There's a lot of people that would say Kobe was a piece of shit. And I'm sure he was in a lot of instances. But just because he was a piece of shit, and he probably was a piece of shit about it. Like he probably disregarded him all the way. I was like, hey man, you're on that path, I'm on this path. You're not
exactly.
You're not trying to get money, you're not trying to excel in life,
I mean,
best of luck to you.
This is a guy that consistently felt most of his teammates weren't on the same path that he was on as NBA players. So he's damn sure going to say the serial felon is not on the same path. I mean, come on, this is ridiculous. I mean, this just doesn't make any sense. I mean, like we all, and I kind of emphasized it's not like Kobe grew up his entire life in Philadelphia in the same neighborhood or anything like that. That I understand resonates maybe a bit differently, and I think that's closer to what Iverson's experience was, closer to what LeBron's experience was, and so the desire or the connection to bring people with you and whatever is probably stronger in those environments. But Kobe, that's not what he was. His dad had an NBA and European career. He's probably a middle to upper middle class guy. Period.
Yeah.
He's not a hood guy. That's not what he was. And so, I mean, he probably, met different people. And again, you're coming into middle school. He probably connected and dealt with a bunch of different people trying to find his place outside of basketball. I mean, and there's a lot of stories about that even in, kind of the league and how he interacted with people. For sure. So this is just a non-story, and this guy, I don't know. he's just had a bad life. It's too bad for him.
That's it, man. No, really, it's too bad for you, man. But you can't blame Kobe for it. We don't feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
It's a nice story. Hopefully, it's your platform and you get some views off of it. You know, maybe you could pay some old court costs. But outside of that, man, you know, don't look at Vanessa for some, you know, grievance. And, you know, don't take her to court for goodness sake.
But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, and how, like, again, like you brought up that Gaethon Walker goes broke, Iverson, the same thing. It's like, how many guys are better served by not connecting and staying with people that literally aren't moving in the same direction? I
think the only plausible way to do it is the way LeBron did it. Because even if you don't go broke, and a lot of guys, it's not like it's an automatic thing. You bring your friends with you, you go broke. I'm not saying that. But you know, I think that's the best way to do it is put people in position to do better for themselves, you know, use your connections and whatever, your platform, because outside of that, you're just handing people stuff and you're going to turn around and their hand is going to be back out again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
there's way more of that type of person than there is the person that you give an opportunity and they take it and run with them. Mm-hmm. You know,
before we leave this topic, I just wanted to, again, I think I said it on the show again, but this is my favorite all-time Kobe story, and it's really short. Is the Allen Iverson story when they were you know, they were playing Philadelphia 76ers were playing the Lakers, you know, in Philly, and it was the night before the game, and Allen Iverson left some of his stuff inside of the arena, and he's about to get ready to go out to the club, but he left his phone or something, so he goes back in to go grab it, and here goes Kobe. Kobe is putting up shots. It's whatever. It's like 10, 11 at night. He's the only person in the entire arena. You know what I mean? And he's putting up shots, and Iverson's like, well, "What are you doing, man? We about to go out. Come out with us." And Kobe said something to the effect of, "No, man, I got to do this. I got to kill you guys tomorrow or whatever." And Iverson's like, "Man, are you okay?" It's like, come on, man. Come on out, man. Cut the bullshit. No. Kobe stayed, put up. He had a certain amount of shots he had to put up that night, and he had just got started. And Iverson, at the time, Iverson thought that was so crazy. But, you know, later on, he was like, man, that's how nuts he was about the game and about getting better and stuff like that. I just thought that was crazy, especially at the time, because Iverson is my favorite player. Lord knows I would want that to be the reverse. I wanted him to be in there.
Well, I always loved the Jay Williams story. I think it was Williams' first or second year. He came to the arena a couple hours early to warm up, and when he walked on the court, Kobe's on the other end and already in like a full sweat, like he's been going for a long time. He's going full speed. And Jason Williams goes through his routine, and the whole time Kobe's just going. And he kind of extends his routine a little bit. And Kobe's still going. He's like, what the hell? And he like left. They played the game, and after the game, he goes, like, why did you know what's with that staying in there so long? And he goes, well, when you came in, I needed you to know I was going to outwork you no matter what it took. And so that was just sending that message right away, like, you can't stay in here longer than me. You know, that's that maniacal competitor thing that, you know, that makes him special. You know, that really makes the best of the best special. Like, you know, there's that thing like an expert, like a certain level you practice to get it right, but the great ones practice so they can't get it wrong. Mm-hmm. And that's like a whole nother level that guys do. And you gotta respect the hell out of those people.
No, you do.
I mean, they are pretty much insane, but that's what it takes.
Yeah.
You know, to do that. That's what it takes to distinguish yourself at that level. Just that literal obsession over details and things that, you know, that can tip a game, tip a play or a sequence of plays. Yeah. And I mean, that's what I'm focused on trying to watch. Like, I don't care about, like, fucking Jeff Teague and, you know, like, whatever, a decently talented NBA guy who's kind of an ass clown. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll remember Kobe. I'm not going to remember you.
Oh man.
You know? It's funny when he tells his stories and says, "Oh yeah, I was playing for the T-Wolves there. I was playing for whoever." Motherfucker, I don't know who you played for. Like, you were not a part of the league that I'm familiar with. You were just like a random roster guy.
Oh man.